Hey, what's up, everyone? Previously on our Game News Live show.
Let's go to another disaster in gaming. Let's go to a Destiny 2 community not liking the sunsetting content.
So, okay. I am not even going to pretend I am a Destiny follower or fan or anything like this. I saw this article creep up in my newsfeed from Destructoid, and it links to a Reddit post where all of this is kind of going out there. So if you want, just go to the Destiny subreddit. You'll probably see it. And so I have a buddy of mine who is my Destiny resource. So I called him last night to kind of explain this to me because I was like, I don't know what this article means. Like, can you help me, whatever? And he was like, all right, bro, here we go. So, Joel, you used to play Destiny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you still?
For this exact same reason, I don't. Because the content has gotten pretty stupid.
Yeah, so, and me and Mel were talking about this before the show, but from what I took of it, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but the way it was explained to me, sunsetting in Destiny 2, you get a weapon, like you have this brand new shotgun that you really love, and you can, as you level, like as you increase your power level, you can increase the gun's power level, well, by infusing it.
Right.
You infuse it, and then that gun is like, I'm just going to put numbers out here. That gun's a level 20, and you infuse it, and it's now a level 30.
Right.
In order to Bungie's decision, in order to make it so you're actually not just sticking to the same gun the entire game and getting bored, they have now power capped everything. So they said that shotgun that you love can only go up to level 30, and you can't infuse it anymore. It is frozen at level 30. You can now be level 40, and that gun is still level 30. And that's called sunsetting. And I was like, oh yeah, that kind of sucks, but whatever. But
yeah, so because you used to be able to do however you want. So if you got like if you had a pretty legendary weapon, and let's just say at a certain like season it wasn't viable, but you kept it because later on was going to be even better if you just got like some crappy weapons that were just higher light levels, and then you just infused it with this nice weapon, you would be able to do that, and all of a sudden that gun became very relevant into later seasons, which could also include some balancing problems. So I feel like this is a way for them to do away with the balancing and only introduce certain guns in certain seasons that they have already balanced, instead of being caught off guard having to balance every single weapon for every season.
Yeah, so on top of that, one of the things that I was told yesterday by the Umber House is like, yeah, that's disappointing to hear. Yeah, from what I hear, or from what I was told, this actually started like last year. This is like last or like early last year or something like that. But one of the other like sticking points here is you have that shotgun. We're going to call it Boomstick. You have Boomstick, and it's power capped at level 30. Season 1 ends, you're in season 2. You've now thrown away Boomstick, and you have like some new revolver that you really like. We're going to call it Ocelot just because. Ocelot goes up to level 50, and you're like, boom, level 50. This gun's cool. It works, but man, I really love Boomstick. Season 3 comes out. They'll reintroduce Boomstick at level 50 and say, you can now regrind to go get Boomstick again. So you're basically dumping tons of more hours grinding for the same gun, just at a different power level. So now you'll have
to unlock a base power level for that season.
Yeah, for the same gun that you had to throw away previously. So now you have to regrind again to get a level 50 Boomstick, which will then power cap at like level 70.
Yeah.
Thus, it's like, so basically, so like I said, this article kind of tries to paint the picture here, but that subreddit, I mean, they get into crazy details, and that's why I was like, I need an explanation on all this. No, it sounds crappy, man. Like,
so even if you look at it,
you put hours in grinding, and then you just do it again for the same gun, just so you can have it again.
And even if you look at it from like how are we going to make money off of a free-to-play game, right? Obviously, seasons and all the cosmetic stuff are all in there. But then this really much goes to show you that the fun factor of it all isn't something that they're really looking at anymore, and more or less towards the addicting value of you having something that if you have it, now you can say, look at my Pokemans.
Yeah.
Right? Which is what they're betting on, because it is meant to be more of an addictive game if you're not paying for it. But if you pay for it, they'll give you some of those things right off the bat. Every season, there's always like, hey, we'll give you the one of the exclusive guns that you would be grinding for out of the 8 exclusive gun types that you normally get if you have to grind for them. It's like, but how fun is that? Because
I think it really cuts away from, so like one of the things that Destiny always tried to put its strength on is customization. Mm-hmm. What if Boomstick is your favorite gun and you never want to use another gun? And like Bungie doesn't like that because they want you grinding, they want you paying and all that stuff. But as far as customization, like this is the perfect version of you. Like my Warlock with this Boomstick or whatever, like that's exactly how I want to play this game. And now you're not letting me.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Bungie takes on the success of most MMORPGs that if you take a look at World of Warcraft, you're not going to always stick with the same weapon. Every single time that there's an expansion, there's always going to be like that. Man, I grinded 1,000 hours for this weapon, and that was usually the downfall of World of Warcraft. Is that I only got to Burning Crusades, but it was a grind fest then. Mm-hmm. If I have a weapon that I was just like, oh man, this is a gray, but it's still better than my purple that I just grinded 1,000 hours for, it's like, okay, I'm gonna go do real life things.
That I was in the same boat. After Burning Crusade, I quit WoW, and that was I remember that angered me so much because I was in a raiding guild during vanilla WoW, and I had like tier 2 and 3 gear on my priest, and and then the gates open and you go to Burning Crusade and like you do your very first like go kill 10 warthog mission, and it's like I just got like a green headpiece that's better than the purple that I grinded like months for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
and so the only mechanic going back to Destiny, the only mechanic that kind of saved that was infusion, because you could still carry your damn weapon with you that you've grinded so hard for and throw away a base level item to bring it to this level that you needed a weapon that you were familiar with. I love a lot of my handguns. Like Ace of Spades is my go-to handgun outside of the revolver. Like I can't remember what it was called. It's been that long since I played. But I stick to handguns in Destiny, and now most of the guns that I have that I've used to and have finger memory are useless because I can't even take them anywhere because they're not the base damage that I need for any events that I want to play. Yeah. So what does that tell me? Like I've grinded so much for these weapons. I'm not gonna go into a new area to use something that I'm not familiar with to feel like I myself am nerfed. You know, I'm not doing that.
So you agree?
Yeah.
With all these angry people on the subreddit. I
don't play Destiny that I had to revert back to Call of Duty. That's how bad that is.
If you go into this article and then go to the subreddit, they make a lot of points about this, and they also talk about like there's a list of like known, content creators and influencers and stuff, like just, YouTube and Twitch personalities who are primarily Destiny streamers who are all complaining about this same thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's like in the year 2021, like these people actually have a voice. So like if they're telling their hundreds or thousands of followers to stop playing Destiny, they probably will.
Right.
Like this is something that Bungie needs to like seriously look at.
Yeah.
But whatever.
It is what it is. I mean, it's a free to play game. They got to make money somehow, but I don't know if their numbers are their user base numbers or their gameplay information is telling them something different. Mm-hmm. But I just don't see them. If anything, this whole plan of sunsetting is just going to weed out the casual players with the dwindling number of hardcore players. And I just don't see how they're looking towards expanding a user base if it already takes a grind just to get guns that are worth a damn, while not alienated the ones that already did the grind and got the guns that are worth a damn to just tell them all of a sudden, hey, this is the exact same thing WoW did and they're still running.
Yeah.
Barely. But it is what it is. I don't know. I love Destiny. love the lore of it. I love the gunplay and everything, but I'm not going to grind something. I already have a job. I don't really need to do a job in the game, but we'll go from there. Yep. All right. So let's move on from Destiny because this is upsetting me. You know what
Bungie?
Go f- yourself.
Table flip.
All right.
Hey you, join us live Saturdays at 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Also, join our Discord channel after Game News Live to chat with us. Check out our Nerd Junkies merch available now. And for all this and more, visit us at nerdjunkies.com. See you next time on Game News Live.